So I'll start this clip at the presentation. I've shown the back side. I made just a quick enough structure just to hold the two ends of this together, typically like I do for these. So we have a front view of the facade. I've got two bricked, I guess, towers. So I can show the back side and the front side. This one is actually a narrowed down than the one I actually started with. I don't have as much truss depth. And this is the Dynamo, what would they call it? I think a preview, Dynamo preview as I've labeled it. So that's the final output. And I wanted to touch base again or look back at what we're doing inside of Dynamo. And I had a little bit of problems as we left off on the clip, and then I had a lot of problems with Dynamo functioning, getting stuck up and just taking forever to run. Once it runs, it seems to clear out, but a real time hog, sucking a lot of time out of my day. And I'm sure that happens to you also, so I understand any frustration you might be having. I cleared up the idea that it wasn't building this front frame, and I think it might have had something to do with how deep my planes were compared to the amplitude. I may have been actually piercing through intersecting surfaces, but that's corrected. And one of the problems I had was this lunchbox tool structure, wire grid brace 1D. Started to error out and give me problems. And I found out, I think I helped myself by taking the poly surfaces and not plugging them directly into the surface, but converting them to surfaces. So now I have a clean output of surfaces going in here, and that seemed to get rid of a lot of the errors going forward. Now to just briefly discuss what's happening with the outputs, or excuse me, not with the outputs, but with the output to Revit. In this case, I don't have the, oh yeah, there it is. Wait a minute, where is the, oh yeah, the geometry, it's laying over one of the other lines. This is the geometry of the form that's been panelized, and I've just given it a mesh texture that I've created inside of Revit. And the same thing here, I've done a list create and taken the three elements that I want to report out. It would be like the pipe, the back rail, and the front rail. Created a list, and then I give those all the same kind of material. In this case, I call it metal and give it a color with inside of Revit. So that's the out to Revit function that I've created for that. So I've abbreviated the way I've discussed a lot of this with the idea that you have enough to understanding of Dynamo and the concepts that hopefully you fill in the blanks, and I think that helps the process of learning, so it's not step by step. So once again, let's just take a look back at the Dynamo or the Revit document. So it's relatively simple. I would expect this to go relatively fast for you. I hope it does, and I hope you don't have as many glitches as I had with it. So good luck.